They won't allow the judiciary to be independent. They won't allow the police to be independent. They won't allow the electoral management body to be independent, because those are the institutions that they capture and compromise in order to stay in power. So that's where we are in Nigeria. Everyone knows that's the truth. That's where we are. But we'll continue to push, to advocate, and to work with relevant stakeholders to see how we can get change and reform happen in Nigeria. But let me just chip this in. There's so much talk about 2027 election, but I would dare say that the biggest challenge we have in Nigeria is not the elections, it's the constitution. This same constitution that the president has just thrown in the dustbin and acted very irresponsibly. Until we have the courage, the conviction, and the character to move forward, particularly through the National Assembly, to have a change of constitution. Mark my words, not an amendment of the constitution, but a change of the constitution. It's difficult to see any scenario how this country will move forward.
But some would argue that it is much more important, perhaps more fundamental, to have a root and branch reform within the political class, because I mean the constitution as you have it, you've talked about how ineluctably clear section 305 is, and yet people have gone and done whatever they want to do. So I mean the constitution is just a document.
It is a document.
It's about how you interpret that document and implement that document, isn't it?
I agree with you, but you see, the constitution is the ground norm. This is what defines how we live together as a people. This is what defines how we function. This is what supports our democratic arrangement. Now, if you look at the Constitution, that's really a conversation for some other day. But if you look at the Constitution, it is flawed in so many ways that you can't begin to think. I mean, why do you think every year, once a new government comes in, the National Assembly sets up this Constitutional Review Panel, they will take one or two pieces here and there, amend it. How long are you going to do that? 20 years, 40 years, 60 years? The Constitution is fatally flawed. Corruption in Nigeria is supported by the Constitution. Ethnic divisions in Nigeria is supported by the Constitution. Religious divisions is supported by the Constitution. There is hardly anything wrong with Nigeria that the Constitution does not tacitly or directly support.
Or at least ambiguously.
That's right. You need a constitution that the people can say, yes, we the people have put together this constitution for ourselves. And that is not what it is.
Yeah.
No Nigerian owns that constitution. No Nigerian believes in that constitution.